Hello there. Welcome to Empower Your Soul. I'm actually here today with the amazing Laurie, who's actually a little bit of my mentee right now for this metaphysical mediumship work. Thanks for being here, Laurie.
I'm so excited.
Goodness, I'm so excited too. So this is going to be really fun because I have not actually read Laurie, have I, from an evidential mediumship perspective?
No, you have it.
But I'm teaching you. So now I gotta show you. I gotta prove it to you that
Yeah.
I'm not horrible at this. So fingers crossed, the dead people are gonna play nice with me today.
Oh, they will. I'm sure they will. They better be lining up.
Oh my goodness. And as I'm doing this, I'm just starting to sweat right now. So this is going
Ooh.
to be really interesting in terms of the energy that comes through. So let me see, Laurie. I'm going to let Spirit kind of lead it today and see who wants to come through today. And I have to tell you, like right off the bat, what I'm feeling come through is I'm feeling mom is departed. Is that correct?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Um, I was just recording another one of these right before this, and I felt a mom come through, and she is a tough ticket, your mom. Like she is okay. Yep. See, she's like, I think she asked for her mom. And I was like, well, this is a hot ticket. I feel like she's got a big personality. I feel like I'm going to say it, a little bit of a bully, but not in a bad way. I just feel like she's solid in who she is, what she wants to do, what she knows, what she wants for people. And she's not swayed easily by anybody else.
Agreed.
Okay.
Bingo.
Perfect.
Hmm. Yep. Nailed
Um,
it.
And I do feel like she passes of an illness, and I do feel like it's a rather long illness. Is that correct?
Do you want me to tell you exactly?
If it's
I'm happy to, because it's kind of a yes, no answer.
okay, so she would have had a chronic illness then.
Uh, she had out of nowhere, she was in great health, and then out of nowhere had a stroke. Nobody saw it coming. And then
Okay.
she lived 2 more years miserably and then died after 2 years.
Okay.
If she had it her way, she would have gone with the first stroke because it really did her in.
Okay.
So,
Because so I wasn't necessarily feeling stroke yet, but I was feeling it was an illness and it felt like it was very prolonged.
mhm,
So that makes sense to me.
mhm.
I know that you're her primary caregiver. Is that correct?
Um, yes, she lived as independently as she could, and then I organized different people to come in against her joy. So people would come in and like hang out with her, and she was like, "This is garbage. Like, I
Yeah,
definitely don't want it." But
I love
my
it.
other sister and I did a lot, but I would come from New York quite frequently to bug her.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask her to give me some more things for you about her. She's a very discerning woman, very critical, and you've already kind of alluded to that in what you've said. So I do want to validate that, but she is just, I can just say it, nothing's good enough for her whole life.
Oh, honey.
She's such a pain in the ass. Like I have to call her a pain in the ass because she is a pain in the ass, but she does fiercely love you and your sister, like fiercely loves you. And I know if I want to joke about like if anyone messed with you, she would either come running as Mama Bear or she would like call in the favors and like call in people to like help out. Like she just feels like
Yeah,
no one messes with my kids. The only
yeah,
one that's allowed to mess with my kids is me.
that's it. Yep, that's perfect. I love it. I love it.
And she's just somebody who thinks the world of you. And as I'm kind of, and I know that you think the world of her too. And I know that you love her despite all of these amazing personality traits. And I don't even want to call them flaws because I feel like she wouldn't have survived her life without these
Mm,
attitudes, beliefs, perspectives. Because it was
agreed.
not easy. She did not have an easy life. And those allowed her to navigate and manage through these very difficult life circumstances and be able to become exactly who she become, and then you pick up all of those amazing things from her
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, definitely.
and your sister. And I like, here's the thing about you, Laurie, and I know a little bit about you, but I feel like you can kind of be a steamroller sometimes. Like you won't let anybody do things that you feel is incorrect and ethical with either your patients.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with your students because I know you were a former teacher as well.
Yep. Yep.
Steamroller. You would just,
Yeah.
nope, absolutely not. Whereas I feel like your sister is a little more delicate. I feel like I feel like she is a little more conscious of how people feel. I feel like she's more of a consensus builder. Would you understand that or no?
It's tough. I actually have two sisters, and it's
Okay.
hard to picture them. They're very different.
One
One
is like distant, right?
What's that?
One feels very distant, whether it's geographically or emotionally. She feels like she just does what she wants and she doesn't care.
Yep. Okay, I can accept that. That's the oldest. The three of us live close to each other, but the oldest one is very independent in
Yep.
in her world. The middle
Yes.
one can be a pretty, she's not a soft light soul. She's a Scorpio. Like she's
Oh, that's
through
interesting.
and through. Like she's tough. Um
She
yeah,
picks up everybody's emotions though, that one.
yeah,
Everyone.
yeah.
And so like I think she's really tough on the surface, but I think underneath she's like butter.
Yes, she is very you're right. She
Yeah.
comes out super strong,
Mhm.
but very, very sensitive. Very
Yeah.
sensitive. Like you say something and she takes it way wrong and you're like, "What? I asked you to pass the butter." Like how did that hurt? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and as we're talking about you and your sisters, your mom's just like, it was a circus, Nicole. It was a circus.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I can't with her. She's amazing. She's
Yeah.
such an amazing soul. So let me see where else she wants to go today. She's always been a really, really hard worker. And I believe that was instilled in all of you.
Yes.
She takes a lot of pride in her work and what she does. And not only just the work, the value that is derived from her work is the way that I want to put it. So, like, whatever happens as a result of what she does or how she helps people or changes people, there's something that's what drives her. That's what motivates her. Is that correct?
100%. She owned a restaurant, worked 7 days a week, but we also went to more funerals. Like she would bring food to like all funerals. We opened up the restaurant on Christmas because elderly had nowhere else to go. And
Oh,
Thanksgiving, we fed the homeless. Like she was worked her ass off, but also did what she could to help the community big time.
and what is so funny when you say that is that I can hear her say, "I wish I'd done more."
Oh,
Because this is who she is.
yeah.
And she can see, she's like making me tear up right now.
Mm.
This relates to you. So let me see if I can get this out eloquently. She wishes she did more because she helped the people who asked for help, but she
Mhm.
was too busy to help the people who didn't know how to ask.
Oh,
And so there's something about like the homeless people or like donating to people who didn't feel like they could step foot in the restaurant because I'm seeing like homeless people on the side of the road. And she's like, I should have handed out meals. I should have
mhm.
done this. I should have done that. I should have donated to shelters or cooked food for shelters. Like I just see, and this is her heart, right? This is
Yeah,
how it's
yeah,
not that she actually regrets it, but she
right.
sees the impact she could have made could have been bigger.
Mm.
But I know she was also um, I'm going to say making ends meet in terms of
Yeah,
the restaurant, right? Like it doesn't feel like she has a lot of extra money. She
or
certainly
time.
for time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But this is you.
Yeah.
So this, and it's no accident that she starts talking about, I want to help the people who aren't asking for help because there's something about you in that. And when I'm saying that, I'm seeing the energy split between you and her. And she's
Mm.
talking about you and how you want to help the people
Mm.
who don't have the money, the resources to ask for help, and those who don't even know that they need the help yet.
Yeah.
Because you have this endless love for people and
Mhm.
wanting them to be their best selves.
Yeah.
And I know this about you, but
Yeah.
she's reminding me this about you that you just have, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You will bend over backwards for whoever needs help, whether they've asked for it or not.
Yeah.
And I also she makes me feel that you can look at a person and know whether they need help or not. And so she's relating it to the school, she's relating it that you worked in, she's relating it to like homeless people, like she's relating it to you just being able to look around, see that someone needs help, and you walk up to them and say, what do you like? What do you need? How are you? Is there anything I can help you with? And that's your job. Like that is your role in this lifetime, because as you say that, she's showing me it's like you pick them off the ground. Like you pick them up, you make them feel seen, you make them feel validated, you make them see that someone loves them and cherishes them and watches over them, and you really give them the gift of, you know, God and angels here on earth,
Oh,
because that's who you are.
that's
And
beautiful.
so this journey that is unfolding for you, this is what you'll be doing.
That's
This
incredible.
this is it, because you're already so good at what you do, like in a regular career job, right? Like you already help people in your everyday career job, and you have over the course of your career in many different jobs, right? Because if you don't mind me saying, like Laurie, you worked in, you know, in an inner city school, right? And now you're working in a medical facility. You help people, clearly need help and don't always know to ask for help.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is, so I think that was easier to see in the school. They had to be there, right?
Yeah.
And now here in the medical facility, they're walking in because they obviously need help. But here's
Yeah.
the thing. I see you walking around like where you live and seeing people that are just walking on the street, and you walking up to them and saying, hey, this person's with you. I can see that you're really lost in sadness. Your father's with you.
Oh,
This is a sign from him. It's a blue jay, right? Like, and I see you walking up to people and doing that. And normally I would say, Laurie, it's totally fucking unethical, but I'm going to tell you. But you are going to know. And I know that when you do that, it won't come from your ego. It will come from your heart and your soul.
yeah.
And that's why it will be ethical for you to do that.
Mm.
Is your father on the other side as well?
No, but it makes sense that there's a man coming in strong. There's two options. Very.
Okay. Because I'm seeing her bring in a man. So let me see.
I
He
can.
feels a little younger to me than your mom, because I feel like your mom was older when she passed. But so let me see. Can you give me some more information? He's brilliant. He's such a smart man. He's very book smart or like numbers smart. I don't know if he has the best social skills.
I think it might be her lifelong boyfriend who would be the same age, never graduated
Okay.
school,
Okay.
opened up his own business,
Mhm.
and was an incredibly successful construction worker in town, and was a huge part of my life.
Then that would make sense. Okay. And that's why I'm reading it as dad, because it would be
Yes. Mhm.
her significant other.
And he was very much a dad figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That everything you said checks it, because I just see he's really, really smart. He's brilliant, but
Yeah.
he doesn't talk about it. He just goes and heads down, does his job. Did he have arthritis or issues with his hands as well? Or would that be, that's not your mom?
My mom had arthritis
Okay.
in the hands.
Okay, interesting, because I'm feeling that. I wonder if she's coming in with him, or if she's just, let me ask her what, there's a reason she just brought me back to her. So let me figure that one out.
She wants to be the star.
Is this mom?
Yeah. She's like, hold up, he's here, but back to me.
Yeah, that's probably it, because I'm feeling it. So she's mentioning, so she must be mentioning that she's not alone on the other
Yeah.
side. And
Yeah.
then would she have a sister that's on the other side as well? I'm hearing aunt.
She does have a
Okay.
sister that I did not ever meet.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so she's calling out your aunt as well. And I feel like your aunt lived in more of a rural area, or like horses or something like that. They're just, I see more rolling hills and like horses with her. So I'm not sure what that
Okay.
is.
I accept it.
Okay, that sounds good. But mom, so I see her bringing a gift for you.
Hmm.
And I'm hearing her say it's the gift of purpose.
Oh, wow.
And the purpose, I know. I'm like, what, the gift of purpose, mom?
Yeah.
Really?
Just
Um,
back my abilities. If we're going to do gifts here, I've got a list.
yeah. Paying the bills would be great. Give
Yeah.
me that. Lottery numbers would be an amazing gift.
New car. Yep. Long list.
But it's the purpose. It's knowing exactly what you need to do and
Right.
knowing how to get there, because what you're going to do is help so many people along the way. And that is going to be the thing that lights you up and keeps you going. And that's going to pay the bills. So it is actually going to help
Yes,
you
all
get
the
in your
stuff.
car and pay
Yep.
the bills. I'm going
Yep.
to ask her to help send you some very rich clients
Yes.
that can come and book you over and over again.
Yes. Thank you.
Um, but she's highlighting that, and I've said this to you before, and mom is reiterating it, there's nothing that you can't do with this work. What you do is going to be very special, very unique to you and your purpose and your soul and what you're here to do. And that the sky is the limit in terms of you and your possibilities, and everything that you want can absolutely come true. You need to, I think you do this to an extent already, but okay. She's highlighting ways that you can expand your practice in mediumship.
Okay. All right.
Your practice in mediumship can expand by, as you're talking to clients, seeing if anyone's there. And you don't have to tell your clients, but be like, who's coming in with this client today? Who's watching over this client today?
Okay.
And asking like, hey, what can you tell me about my client? What can you tell me about this? So it almost is like, start incorporating what you know already into your day to day and like really integrating it.
I love that.
Yes, because it can
I
be
love
it can
that.
be like right before you walk in a room, just taking a deep breath and being like, okay, so you can do it two ways. You can either ask if any of their departed loved ones want to step forward to help with today, with the healing, whatever you're going to do with them. And then number two, you can use your, I'm going to say, more psychic energy to tap into your client before you walk in the room and saying, what's the thing that I need to know? What's maybe if they're nervous, what is the thing I can do to help keep them safe or make them feel more calm? What's something that would make them smile or brighten them up? I used to do this in the corporate world, because believe it or not, I'm very socially awkward outside of this work. I'm very socially awkward. Like, I went to a dinner last night and I was just like, I don't know. And I've known these people for 30 years, 20, 30 years. And I'm just like, but I'm not the same person I used to be. So I like to tap into spirit. I'm like, what should I talk about? What should I talk about? Oh, tell me about your retirement, right?
That's hysterical.
So I use it too for the introvert in me
Yeah.
to adapt and be more comfortable around social situations. So you can do it for yourself, your clients. You can tap into their departed loved ones.
Okay. That's awesome.
And as you start going further into this, and you're going to have to decide how far you want to take this. This is up to you. But as you start going further and further into this work, you might start seeing what I see when I was working in the corporate world. And is this person a safe space to talk to about, hey, your mom's with you, your grandmother's with you, and they would show it to me in the stoplights, red, yellow, green.
Oh, wow. That's
And so
awesome.
I would sit down with somebody in a conference room on the 44th floor in Boston, both of us in suits. And I would sit down and be like, I was like, what's that tattoo in your wrist? She's like, that's from my mom. I was like, yeah, I'm a medium. And they're like, what? So I feel like you're going to be able to start doing that eventually and tapping in and being like, is it okay to say something? Yes or no? And like very precariously, right?
Yeah.
Because like in whatever way feels
Of course.
comfortable for you, if
Yep.
whether it feels comfortable at all or not comfortable, but you can always be like, slip a card, be like, hey, if you're interested in this, like,
Yep.
I'm feeling you have a lot of loved ones around you. So you might, I'm just going to toss it out there, but I think eventually you'll get to that space. And honestly, I think that your drive to help people is going to override,
Yeah.
say, your desire to like be PC with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I already do to some extent, not the mediumship, it doesn't come through, but I always ask about who they are, who's in their family, what's, and some reason they'll tell me about somebody who's passed. And I always, every time ask, do you feel their presence? Do you get their signs? And then go right into telling them how to ask for signs. That happens all the time. So once I can get those hits, that won't be a hard thing. I'll know when to say something, when not to.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So that's really cool. I love that.
Cool. So it's
Yeah.
taking that one step further, which I think
Yeah.
would be no problem for you. Do you have any questions for mom?
Um, No, I do not.
Okay. I love it. But I know you talk to her all the time. I know you're constantly inviting her in. I know that she helps you with your mediumship work. And I know she like stands there very discerningly because she is a pain in the ass. And I love her energy, love her energy. So I see her like with her arms crossed, like sitting there, like making sure, and she's the taskmaster. And I don't like, and she must have been like this in the restaurant too, because I see she's telling everybody else what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Um, like not only that, because she's equating it to the restaurant again, like with the restaurant, she'd be like, you need to add more salt, you need to add more spice. And I feel like she kind of does that energetically with people, like, nope, you need to, that needs to be a little bit louder, that needs to be a little bit softer. You need to make sure you bring this in.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So she really is like super mom, is because I see her put on like the Superman cape right now. So like she really is like super mom taking care of you from the other side.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She wants to thank you for being such an amazing daughter.
Oh,
She can't stop talking about how brilliant you are and how like smart you are and how you're able to really synthesize and pull together things that don't necessarily make sense together. And but you can see the patterns and you can see how things work together, even if it's not in a textbook
okay.
anywhere. So you're recognizing the patterns, which is really, really good. And I have to say, she never got to do what she wanted here in the physical world. She
Oh,
never got
yeah.
to take her breaks,
No,
vacations, nothing.
she hid behind work.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is sitting on the beach
Uh,
on the other side. Like, and
oh,
I see her with an umbrella.
yeah.
And it's those chairs that have like the big, I don't know what they're called. They're like wooden, but they have the big piece of cloth that hangs down. It's like a little hammock, but it's not, right? She's got one of
Exactly.
those. She's got like a giant, I don't know, pina colada or like a strawberry daiquiri in her hand with a little umbrella in it. And she's at the beach with like a big hat on and she is loving it on the other side. And she's saying there's a lot of people that would have regretted living the way that she did
Mm-hmm.
with nonstop work, nonstop helping people, not taking care of herself, not taking vacations for herself. She would not have had it any other way.
Aw.
She would not have chosen any differently because she can see the change she made and the people that she helped. And if she had the choice, she would do it all over again.
Wow.
So that's a message for you.
Thank you.
You're a workhorse too.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. But I know how to vacation. That's the one thing
Good.
away.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Because you need to
Yes.
refresh your energy. But I see you like I'm gonna say it. I see you opting almost out of retirement and helping people instead. That is your retirement, is like doing things fully for you and helping people.
I would love that.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yep.
incredible.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna leave you with her love,
Thank
Laurie. Thank you
thank
so
you so
much for
much.
being here and trusting me with your amazing mom here on the other side. I'm sure this is not the last time I will hear from her.
Yeah, you can kick her away. I lend her out to people too. Like if anybody ever needs her, I'm always like, listen, yeah, you can take my mom for a few days. She'll help you out. So yeah, anytime you need her.
Take her. Take
Yeah,
her away.
yeah, take her. Yeah, she'll help you. She's got a lot of power over there. So
Love it so
borrow
much.
her anytime.
All right. I will. Thank you so much, Laurie. You're amazing. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. You're the best.
Thank you.